The US Census predicts that by 2045, minorities will become the majority of the US population. The small business landscape is also becoming extremely more diverse. And on the other hand, fewer and fewer government contracts are being rewarded to small and minority businesses. It's essentially a small business lockout. If you're new to the channel, my name is Desmond Acha, founder of USA Contract Solutions, where we specialize in helping small and minority businesses win government contracts. We've worked with hundreds of businesses, showing them exactly what they need to do step by step to win federal, state, and local government contracts. So this particular topic today is all about this article that Forbes recently put out, talking about the lack of diversity in the government contracting space and the way forward. Essentially, they're saying that this minorities are increasing, right? Minority businesses are also increasing. However, even though government spending is increasing, fewer and fewer minority and small businesses are actually winning government contracts. Now, that's a big problem in our community, because how is it that they're spending billions and trillions of dollars every single year and is setting aside all these funds for all these minority and small businesses, and yet we are not winning those government contracts? We're going to talk about that very shortly, right? So let's go ahead and read the article first, and then I'll come back and give you my 2 cents on how we can actually, leverage this opportunity to move forward and make a whole lot of money in the process. Okay, so the article reads, right, according to the US Census Bureau, right, non-white population account for nearly 40% of the adult population in 2020 and are growing faster than the country's non-Hispanic white population. The US will become a minority white population by 2045. The small business landscape is becoming increasingly diverse. Despite this phenomenon, few government contracts are being rewarded to minority and women-owned business enterprises, right? It's essentially a small business lockout. For instance, take New York City, one of the most diverse cities in the US. The city rewarded 30.4 billion contracts in 2021, and only 3.8% were rewarded to MBEs and WBEs, right? I did the math earlier. Out of $30 billion of contracts being rewarded, MBEs and WBEs only got $1.2 billion, especially when there's all these resources available for those MBEs to leverage to win contracts. Why is it that this opportunity we're not leveraging it, right? We'll talk about that shortly. It goes further and talks about how another shocking statistic, right, from the report states that there are approximately 10,500 certified MBEs and WBEs, right, so minority women-owned businesses, right? Out of those 10,000 businesses, 84% receive zero spending, right? So out of this $30 billion, 84% of those minority businesses got $0, right? Meaning that only 16% actually won government contracts, right? So that 16% accounted for the $1.2 billion that, the 3.8%, right? Let's proceed. It goes further and says that less than 10% of federal agencies' contract dollars go to small disadvantaged businesses, including minority-owned businesses, while less than 5% go to women-owned small businesses. That's a problem. Also, we're seeing fewer small businesses being rewarded federal contracts, right? The number of small businesses providing common products and services to federal government shrank by 38% from 2010 to 2019. Even more dramatically, the number of small businesses entering the procurement marketplace as new entrants declined by 79% from 2005 to 2019, right? So you're telling me there's all this money, right? Less and less businesses entering the government space, which means that less competition. So there's less competition and there's more money. Yet, we're not winning government contracts. Why? Why, Desmond? Why is it that we're not winning government contracts, right? Let's proceed. While contracts are getting bigger and bigger, we are creating an insular club where fewer and fewer businesses successfully compete for government contracts, creating a less competitive marketplace and reducing opportunities to process, right? So what they're saying is government contracts, right, are getting bigger and bigger, meaning that, let's say, instead of just doing this drywall contract, right, let's renovate the entire building. The average small business cannot do the entire contract, so in return, they're not bidding, right? So yes, the scope of work is getting bigger and bigger. Then why is it that more small businesses are not partnering with other businesses to win government contracts? You see what I'm saying? Because there's opportunity there, there's bigger and bigger contracts, but the average small business cannot do that big contract by themselves, so they need to go partner with other businesses. However, those same small businesses are not partnering with each other. I believe that it goes back to a lack of knowledge, and we'll cover that later on, right? So with 99% of minority-owned business operating in small businesses, this affects MBs and WBs the most, right? So it affects us the most. Let's proceed. It is difficult for the little guy with fewer resources and connections to compete with big manufacturers and navigate the procurement process. Okay, I understand that, right? The power of community pressure. So essentially, those small businesses came together, started, advocating and everything like that, right? And what happened was the White House pledges to increase the share of contracts going to small disadvantaged businesses by 50% by 2025. It is also asking agencies to increase their goals so government-wide spending leads to 11% of contract dollars going to small disadvantaged businesses. It was previously 5, like you said, right? So they're going to increase it from 5 to 11, right? Finally, it is adapting new management practices that promote accountability and ensure small business contract goals are met each year. This goes to show that when small businesses unite, enormous changes can happen. When we demand more from our elected officials, true progress can be made. Okay, let's digest this. Okay, so what's happening is this, right? There's obviously it's become more diverse. The minority population is increasing, right? As it's increasing, more minorities are starting businesses, which is a good thing, right? However, they're not transitioning to actually winning those contracts. So what's happening is there's more minorities, there's more minority businesses, there's less competition, right? There's more money available, yet there's less competition and more minorities, and we're not still winning contracts. As a result, to solve this problem, they're going to increase the amount of money that is available for those minorities. Is that going to solve the problem? No. Do you know why? Because it didn't solve the root problem, which is why is it that you're not able to leverage this opportunity that's already in the marketplace to actually win? Why is it that out of 10,000 businesses, right, 84% got zero? Why is that, right? Because we don't know how to win those government contracts. So just because they increase the amount of money available does not mean that we're going to know how to still go win the contracts. It's just going to be more opportunity and still less businesses winning those contracts, right? So we need to learn how to actually win those government contracts. And I believe that we are going to be a key pillar in helping those minorities learn how to win government contracts. We have the best program in the marketplace about helping businesses win government contracts. Everything from A through Z, federal, state, local contracts, how to find contracts, write proposals, market research, everything from A through Z by winning government contracts. We do and help our clients do that. And we helped over 650 clients, enter the government space successfully, right? So we're going to be a key pillar in helping those minorities and small businesses enter the government space. I really want to just bring this and shed light on this topic because there's a lot of small businesses, there's a lot of minority businesses, right? And there's a lot of government spending, a lot of incentive for small businesses to participate in the government space. However, they are still not leveraging those resources to actually go win the contracts. And I believe that, from talking to hundreds of businesses every single day, right? I believe that the biggest reason why we're not winning those contracts is lack of information, right? There's very little information on YouTube showing you the exact same steps to win government contracts. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of valuable information on YouTube, right, about government contracting, right? But there's no processes in place. There's no place you can go and say, hey, step 1 is this, step 2, 3, 4, and so on, right? We need to learn how to actually win a contract, not go get your certification and hope you win. That's all they tell us, right? Go get a certification, you're gonna be good. No, I want to give you tacticals like, hey, do this first, do this second, right? I want to hold your hand and walk you to the finish line as we are doing with our current clients, right? So I really want to show this opportunity because this is a big opportunity for us, right? Because think about it, there's more minorities, right, as far as population is increasing, which means that there's more minority businesses, right? Now, the only way minorities can really control this country is if we control the money, right? So there's more minorities, there's more minority businesses, yet fewer minorities are winning the contracts. If we don't control the money, we don't control nothing. You see what I'm saying? So for us to control the money, because there's more of us, obviously, there's more minorities coming up. Now we need to control the dollars by actually winning those government contracts. And that goes back to our knowledge. We need to learn how to actually win those government contracts. If you don't know how to win government contracts, you're going to be spinning wheels, trying different things, trial and error, right? You're going to be scared to move forward, scared to submit the bid. You're not going to be confident to move forward, right? And that's why we want to arm you with the right knowledge, the right tools to actually leverage these opportunities to grow. Like, this is a phenomenal opportunity right here for all minorities, right? Like, listen, the government government has all this money available for us to win, right? And literally grow our businesses, right? Yet we don't know how to do it. They want to double the share of money being spent on small minority businesses. On the same token, the entire industry has been declining by 79% since 2005 to 2019, right? So less competition, more minorities, right? More funding. Yet we're not winning the contracts. That's a big problem, right? It's a good problem though, because once we arm ourselves with the right knowledge, we will now naturally start winning those contracts and changing the whole dynamic of this country, because we're gonna control the money. Okay, so in my next YouTube video, right, I'm actually gonna show you exactly step by step how you should win government contracts, like literally step by step how to go to the government and win government contracts. It's a 5-step process. I'm gonna link the video somewhere here, but watch out for that video. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and just leave a comment, okay? And I really want you to like the video, because like a lot of people message me all the time saying, Desmond, you have the best information on YouTube, but I can never find you. So please like the video, okay? If you get any kind of value from this video, please like the video, support the channel. I truly appreciate you. And without further ado, the next video is going to be about how to win government contracts in 2022. So watch out for that. You want contract away? See you on the next one.